Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. I was recently hired for an hourly SEO project. This particular account was not growing in their impressions or clicks, and most of their pages were not indexed by Google. I spent a few hours, and I can already see now that the changes that they have implemented, that we have the hockey stick effect of more impressions. So impressions come before clicks. That tells me that they're going to get future traffic to their website. But they still have more work to do. But I wanted to record this video to kind of explain what the issue was and then kind of the recommendations I gave. So when I went into their search console for Google, I noticed this another hockey stick effect. Notice all these pages are crawled, currently not indexed. So if you're mass producing content on your site, whether you're using AI or a team or whatever, and you're not getting a lot of traffic, go into the pages report and see if you see something like this is actually a clear indicator that you need to stop producing more content. You got to fix the issue because otherwise, Google is going to look at this and say, I'm not going to index any of this content because it's either programmatic, low quality, thin, duplicate, or whatever else the issue might be, and you're not going to get the traffic to that. So again, I'm seeing that increase. The purple line impressions are growing very strong for them, which is great. Again, it's going to lead to future traffic, and then they have a lot of content on their website. So what I recommended them to do was focus on your core pages first. So these are pages that are technically they are indexed by Google, but they're not driving a lot of traffic. The rankings are not very good. So I said, okay, focus on some of your core pages first. Rewrite the content to get more specific and more descriptive of kind of the service that you provide. And this one page now is getting about 4,000 more impressions to it. The other image that I have over here, they have some product snippet markup as well, and that is now being seen by Google. So again, I'm seeing that hockey stick effect of their products are being seen from the product snippets, and then also one of their core target pages is growing so much now that Google's actually already highlighted that almost a 4,000% increase. So again, kind of what was done. This again came from an hourly review. I did all the technical crawls I usually do. I use Sitebulb, I use Google Search Console, Bing Webmaster Tools, just to see if there's any issues, like canonicals or hreflang or anything else that might be happening. That was not the case. So that typically is the first step people will do on their own. They'll do a technical review and say, hey, I'm not sure what's going on. They might even ask ChatGPT, but even ChatGPT kind of says the same thing. Check your robots.txt, no index tags, etc. So I did the, technical checks. Everything came back clean. Still rankings though were not there. So next, I recommended expanding their content to the core landing pages. So I gave that one example, almost 4,000% increase. I looked at all the content and I kind of came up with the conclusion that a lot of this is thin. It's programmatic. Google's probably not indexing it. There's actually even some issues with Bing. So I recommended, hey, spend some time expanding the content. You can use a plethora of different tools to do that. SEMrush, ClearScope. Obviously you can use Copilot or ChatGPT or some other AI platform. But the point though is that you want to expand the content, get a little bit more descriptive, and kind of differentiate the content from all the other hundreds of other pages. Now, schema markup is technically present on the website, but they don't have a description. So I recommended, and they still haven't done it, but I tell this to all my clients or even hourly projects, have a schema markup on your website, whether you're local or national, and then write the description there. Because I'm seeing tools like AI platforms kind of using that information to help them, maybe show the accounts a little bit more often, but also, again, helps with traditional SEO. Google and Bing do look at microdata and schema markup to help with their core understanding of your website. So add schema, it could be a tiny fraction of a ranking improvement, but again, that's what SEO is. It's not like what's the big thing you can do. It's multiple steps you can kind of do to get the best version of your site to search engines and of course users too. And then finally, the client has been setting up fixes within Google Search Console to speed up indexing. Now again, I'll go back to this page because this is kind of the main story. They have again close to 4,000 pages that are crawled, currently not indexed. I believe it's because Google has looked at this and has a cache memory now, and they're saying, hey, there really isn't a whole lot of reason to index either this content or future content. So you really have to go through, stop creating more content, go through the individual pages that are not indexed, fix them, and fix them by adding more content or whatever else needs to be. Get those into the index mix because when they get indexed, you're going to see this hockey stick effect of impressions because then impressions happen before clicks. So hypothetically, if you go from never ranking to page 3 on Google, that'll be an increase in impressions. You're still not on page 1 yet, so you're not getting the traffic, but you got to be indexed first before you can get the future traffic to your website. Anyway, though, that's the video. That's sort of how I look at these hourly projects. Hopefully this was helpful. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. And as always, have a good rest of your day.